Yo, it's Ray. I'm just going to talk about how people's reactions will mirror what body language and what tonality and what words you use and what words you choose and the actions that you take. I was mentoring a person a couple weeks ago and I was talking to him and it was really late. I was really tired. And he said, you sound like you just want me to get off the phone, which I did. But I was conveying that in my voice, my tonality, without actually saying the words, I want to get you off the phone so I can go back to playing video games. And it was a good opportunity right there because like a light bulb went off like, oh, this is what people mean when people say society mirrors the way you act and the way you feel, the way you present yourself, the words you use, the tonality, the facial expressions, because I was conveying that. And do I want to be a person that upsets people? Do I want to be a person that is impatient? No. So I didn't beat myself up about it. I just said there's a great opportunity, a teaching moment where I can say, if that's the way I'm presenting myself, I need to be mindful and change in the present moment how I am presenting my people. Am I smiling? Am I being positive? Am I taking massive action? Or am I being procrastinating? I procrastinate a lot. I dilly dally. I fumble around. I do all those stuff. And the more those shrink, the more successful I am because we all have the same amount of hours in the day. It's just how you use them. And so I'm taking that time once again to hammer home. If someone is taking what you're saying the wrong way, you need to change the way you're presenting it. And that doesn't just mean the word choice, it means how you say it, good posture, good eye contact, loving empathy voice. A lot of times I'll focus on a word in my head when I'm talking to people. Most of the time it's empathy. Walk in somebody else's shoes, understand their struggle to get through the day, and it helps you communicate and relate better to people, and then you just feel good, and then it's usually, a successful moment, and then you can teach other people, how you were able to connect with people and get your message across, so you're able to sell, get dates, whatever you want to do that requires being a people person. Another thing I really struggle against is I don't reach out and call people enough and talk to people enough to keep that foundation up of support. So then when I go knocking on somebody's door because I need help with people or I need help with situation, they're not willing to help because I didn't dig for the well before I drew water. I'm just trying to draw water out of thin air, and that does not work. So you have to keep up and add value to other people's lives, friends' lives, business partners, supervisors, mentors, mentees, people, subordinates, people below you. You have to keep up that network of goodwill to keep going forward with your life. You can't expect, if you didn't put any time or effort into a relationship, to be able to draw any kind of value out of a relationship because you didn't even put anything in. And that's why you always say you get what you give. You get what you give. So if you give time and energy to people, they're more likely to reciprocate. I don't know what that word is. They're more likely to give back to you, but you don't expect that to come back. But you're doing all you can to add value to the relationship, so you get a better chance at doing that. And so I think that's really important because you see, I've done this millions of times. I just call somebody up. I need a favor. I need a CD burned. That this was in 2001. I needed a CD burned, and I never really even talked to this person. So she was a giving person. I was able to get Dr. Dre 2001, and I'm forever grateful for having that CD. But looking back, I'm like, if I really wanted to make a relationship work, I need to talk to people and add value to their lives before I go asking to use their CD burner to burn off Little Troy's Sitting Fat Down South and Dr. Dre's 2001 albums. So let's go ahead and go through everything again, one more time. It's not so much you want to present yourself well, but if somebody is not taking things the wrong way, if some people is taking things the wrong way, re-present it in a different way, using a different word in your mind: empathy, patience, support, loving, and usually people that you talk to mirror the way you present yourself. A lot of times people are grumpy, but if I go, hey, what's up? How's your day going? How's the kids? And I be light, then they'll be light back to you like a mirror or reflection. And it sounds so basic, but it's a tool that needs to be sharpened all the time and always needs to be hammered home. And like I said last week, I recognized that moment, that teaching moment that said, hey, you're not being patient enough, you're not being loving enough with people, and it's hurting people, and it's hurting your chances at success. So I wanted to stop what I was doing that day, make sure I changed that habit, make sure I teach people that habit of be patient and loving to people at all times as much as possible, and you'll be okay. And other people will provide whatever you need, and the universe will provide whatever you need. It'll be all good. We can all go to Royals games, Sporting Kansas City games, Jayhawk games, whatever you want to do, because it's your life, baby. We do it big up in here. Peace.